Welcome back to another episode of Slicers and Dicers. We left you off last time while we were clearing out the basement, and Belle had just charged into these camel spiders up here. So we'll be taking off from there, and that's all you, Rip.
All right, Belle. With the charge, you're getting that +2 to hit, -2 to AC. Go ahead and start your attack. Remember, the maggot is dead. Both these camel spiders are living. In front of you.
Yes, I remember because they're like, oh, look, a tasty treat.
Exactly. Delicious.
All right, I'm
Ripped
obviously
in half.
swinging on CS1 here.
All right.
Hopefully my dice are nicer than last time. Nope.
Can always hope.
Just kidding.
That good, huh?
Oh, yeah, so good. For a second I thought, but that's a miss.
All right. With your +2 to hit, you added it all up, you sure?
Oh, right, +2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, because I get a +3, 9, 10.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After Alori is Camel Spider 1. It gives as good as it gets running up on him like that. He goes a full round on you. He starts with a bite, opening his mandibles, and possible crit with a 20. Backs up that crit with a 15 to hit. Remember, you have the -2 to AC because of your charge. All right. So it's not a crit, but it is a hit on the bite. That is going to be D6+1. So his mandibles close around your leg, doing 3 points of damage. You feel him crunch into your flesh. He then follows with 2 claws at a 13 and a 10.
Miss and miss.
Miss. All right.
I'm built to survive.
5 foot. Marnie, you're up next.
All right. Well, let's see here. Well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move. Let me get my character real quick.
Would you like some help?
I think I got it. If everyone come, stop. Get away. Get away. Get away.
Move your hands.
I'm moving 20 feet right to here. And with my standard action, I'm going to try to put that chair on the table, like all the other ones.
Standard action, pick up chair. Right, actually a move action to pick up the chair, but still it'd be in place of your standard. Go ahead, pick up the chair.
Yeah, okay. And that would probably be the end of my turn, so.
Okay. After Marnie is Abby.
Abby stays with me.
After Abby is CS2. Camel spider scurries towards you on its 6 or 8 legs. It is creepy. Not quite a scorpion, not quite a spider. But you can see that they're used to hunting in a pack because immediately it flanks you. That pack hunting mentality. Taking a bite at you. Oh, I'm missing. You move your leg before these mandibles can close on it. You know better now. Yes, it's not quite a camel either, indeed. That'll start us off at round 10. Round 10, Puddles. Puddles is staying on your hip, protecting. Comes over to your hip. 5, 10, 15. Gets in front of you, 20. Right here. Bryce, you're up next.
All right. I'm going to move closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. That definitely puts me within 30 of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take a shot.
Which one?
CS2.
2. Yep, CS2.
Siesta. Okay.
It's a 14.
14 on the nose.
Oh, nice.
So nice of you to have the feats you need to shoot into combat. Makes you much more viable.
For 6, because I get the +1 for the point blank.
Okay. Now, I remember last time you were shooting arrows from a spell that made them pretty much endless. Do you still have that spell going right now?
Yes, until round. It's 10 rounds, so either 11 or 13 was the last round. I have it written down here.
Okay. So as you pull the arrow and fire it, another one appears magically in your quiver behind it. The arrow strikes the camel spider in the torso right next to the other one, and you see that it starts to hobble a bit.
Close.
After Bryce is Alori.
I'm gonna 5-foot move.
Okay.
I'm magically delicious all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
5-foot move here. And not here.
All right.
And then I'll go ahead and open up on CS1.
All right.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Nope.
Not today. The dice love me. They love me.
I'm pretty
Thank
sure
you.
you weighted my dice to roll.
Would you like a
badly.
fresh set?
Not from you, I don't. That
Make
means they're
yourself a
cursed,
fresh
right?
set. Yeah, of course it does.
I remember trying these pretty green ones, and that didn't work out so well either.
No.
Well, you do still have a move and a swift action if you'd like to use it.
No, I'm good.
Okay. After Lori's CS1, rotating to stay face first to you, he launches into a bite claw tirade. His first attack being a 15 to bite, a 21 to claw.
21 might be a hit. Hang on.
And the last one is a miss for sure.
21 hits on the dot.
Nice. So as the mandibles go to close around your leg again, chomping at the already injured limb, you pull it out of the way. But this camel spider's seen you do that before. So as you do, it brings one of its claws into play and catches you in that leg again, doing 2 points of damage to the same leg. Limbs don't really matter. It's just flavor. CS1, 5-foot moves. Marnie, you're up.
Standard action. This chair that I have in my hand, put it on the table like the other ones.
Okay. Cleaning up the downstairs like you guys were commanded to by the council. It's part of the quest. You have to gizmo that if you want it sitting on the table proper. Took some work to get him there, my friend.
That's
That
pretty
wasn't
close.
free.
I think I did a good
It's
enough job.
close. Yeah, it's close. Locked in. It's good. All right. You still have a move action?
Oh yeah. Let me do that. I move over to this chair.
Okay.
Man.
I think he doesn't have much to help the group anymore, is what he's trying to tell you all. Or she, rather.
Very
After
true.
after Marnie is Abby. Abby stays on your shoulder.
Yep. And,
CS2. 5-foot moves.
Why am I not surprised?
Hey, these are pack hunters. They know how to move in combat. Come with that flank. Bite. Misses. Claw. That's going to be an 18. Miss. And a claw. Ooh, possible critical failure. Oh. 14. Critical failure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Greg, pull me, or Nico, pull me a card.
Natural attack, correct?
Yes, sir.
That tastes awful. If this was a bite attack, you are nauseated for 1d6 rounds.
It wasn't. It was a claw.
Was it the claw?
Whew, let off light, but I can't do any other actions. All right. After CS2 is round 11, starting with Puddles. Puddles, once again, gets up ahead of you, and seeing how close he is. How far did he move there?
25.
Nope, he
30.
charges to defend you.
I was going to say, he's got a 50 move.
Yeah, he charges to defend you, though, getting the +2 to
here
hit,
or to
-2
here?
to AC. Tier.
Okay.
+2 to hit, -2 to AC. That thing's too close to you for his comfort.
I think that's a... Oh, we still got the negatives from Sicken, so that's only an 11.
Miss. After Puddles is Bryce.
I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
Take that last shot on CS2. Hopefully last shot, I should say. Probably not. 10. No.
Don't forget to add the +1 to hit, +1 to damage.
Yeah, I got the +1. That makes it a 10.
It's a miss. Your arrow flies wide, striking the side of one of these bookshelves and sticking in.
And that is the last round of my abundant ammunition.
Okay.
So as a swift action, I'm going to give myself the +2 to Dex for 1 minute.
Okay.
My animal focus.
After Bryce is Alori.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and get one of these things off of me and swing at CS2.
All right.
Throw that bad boy. Oh, a 12. That's the highest number I've rolled tonight.
The night is young. The night is young.
That'll be a 15.
15?
Mhm.
15 is a hit.
Woo! I can do a thing! I'm doing a thing! Get the camera, Mom!
So proud of you.
8,
Ooh.
9, 10, 11 damage.
11. You're using a greatsword, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Mhm.
You bring your greatsword down hard and swift, and you catch it right between its mandibles where it comes together into its little beady eyes, which you split in half as your greatsword finds purchase and goes through, striking the floor. It twitches a little, but drops dead.
Stop touching me! And that is my turn.
All right. Hold on just a second. I apologize. Seeing himself desperately outnumbered, CS1 full withdraws. He turns, heads towards the door. Boom, 10, 15. The first 5 foot, you do not get an attack opportunity, but the second you do. So go ahead and take that attack.
It's gonna be a hit.
All
I rolled
right.
a 16.
Oh.
13 damage.
13?
Mhm.
Ooh. He barely makes it away. You see your weapon opens him up, a huge gash in him. As the camel spider flees and runs for the door, you see that this ancient door, which you know has never opened in the time that humans have lived here, at least not that you've ever heard. You were told stories about this when you were kids, like the door in the basement's never been opened. Even the best locksmiths couldn't crack it. Opens. And as it opens, you see the beautiful blue light dance out of the door. Not physically dance, but actual light coming out of the door, blue and crackly. And you see a bolt of lightning crash past the door and strike this camel spider, immediately incinerating it in fire and disintegration. The The light spills out and illuminates blue the bookshelves, and you can smell the ozone in the air. That is the last combatant dead. That is going to be 900 XP apiece.
Nice.
Yeah, not a bad haul.
It's almost half the first level.
Yeah, it's close. So, ancient door that's never been opened before in the basement of the library cracks open. Blue light
So
illuminating out of it, crackly ozone smell in the air.
I turn back to Bryce and Marnie and I go, "That's cool and all, but that spider did kind of a number on my leg."
Oh, I got you. I'll step up and give you a heal.
Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Are we keeping track of rounds for anything?
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
You walk up, start casting a heal spell. What do you do while they're doing that with Marnie, Piero?
Put the chair.
I put the chair on the table.
It puts the chair on the table.
I'm doing my job. It's 150 gold.
150 gold. It's worth getting paid for, that's for certain. All right,
7.
so heal is 7, do you say?
7.
7, very nice. Lori, you receive the heal. What do you do?
Good as new. Thanks, Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
Marnie, what are you doing? I come over and watch Marnie.
I'm just doing what we were getting paid to do. Clean.
Well, I think we should go see if behind that door needs to be cleaned.
All right.
Especially if no one's been in there since forever. It probably needs a really good job. Maybe we'll get some extra gold.
Well, can I do one more chair, please?
Fine.
Well, while you're doing that, though, I'm going to check behind these bookcases to make sure we didn't miss any maggots or bugs of any kind.
You begin to check around the rest of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm going to follow Bryce and watch his back.
Check around the rest of here. You do find a few dead camel spiders as you see them here in different stages of decay, crepidation.
And no tasty bits.
Some of them have no tasty bits left.
No tasty bits.
Some just partially eaten. Some guaranteed to be dead.
Mm.
You clear through this first area, the first area of bookshelves, and see that other than the fact that some of the books are in disheveled states, laying out on the ground, probably from the spiders, or the camel spiders themselves, taking up residence in here. Other than that, and the corpses, though, nothing seems to be out of place. There don't seem to be any maggots or flies.
Good.
Or other
Good.
living camel spiders.
Well, this door is usually not open. There's something going on back there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, it probably just needs to be cleaned. It was like, these people are down here cleaning. I get missed every year, so
Could be how all the bugs are getting in.
we should definitely go check it out.
Yeah. Are you feeling good enough to go in first?
Oh, yeah, I got this.
Since you know
Where's
you're the
Puddle?
guard and all.
Aren't you
Mhm.
too sick? Get
Yeah,
over
it
here.
was.
How many rounds is Puddles sick for?
It was. That wouldn't have been past round 15, 16.
So that
It
was
It was
a
only a
heal, a check. Yeah, he's not sick anymore. He's good.
Good.
We'll say that from where this is, if anybody's keeping track, that we are on round 15, beginning 16. You guys don't have an order yet for these rounds that we're holding here, but I'm just holding it for the time. So
Okay.
you've only been
Oh.
down here 1 minute and 36 seconds. Well done.
Like a boss. At least I didn't lose my weapon this time.
Before she goes to check out the door, I do want to place the ward on her again.
Okay.
Or it gives her
Yep.
+2 deflection to AC and +2 to saving throws until she takes damage or fails a saving throw.
That's my favorite ward so far.
It's a good one. And you do have more than enough time to do that. You could do more than that if you wish. Do you have anything else you'd like to do that is or is not time-based?
I kind of feel like I'm that overambitious, super happy, bad news bear that just keeps running into bad things.
Charge head first, charge head first, charge head first.
It's fine, I got this. Whoop, there goes my weapon. Whoop, there goes my dice.
Yeah. I can swim through there. It's electrified. You know, any fun stuff like that.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, good times. Okay. So as you approach and get to the edge of this, the room becomes available for you to see. Inside, you see that there is lightning just dancing along this wall between 4 posts that are sticking out of it, big metal posts. As the lightning dances across it, you see that it illuminates a giant crystal just floating weightlessly in the middle of the room. You've never seen anything like it in your life. It's got to weigh 3,000-4,000 pounds. It's huge, but it's just floating as if it weighs nothing. In the corners of the room, you see that there are pedestals. To give you something to place them by in your mind, they almost look like the Olympic torch. Well, some of the Olympic torches from the past, but large, standing in the corner. The tops of them empty cups that look like they're waiting to receive something in them. Lightning, like I said, dancing between 4 rods back here, illuminating the
Ooh, pretty. 5, 10,
I don't know if you should touch
15,
it though.
20.
As you
Definitely
walk
wouldn't touch
forward,
it.
you can smell the ozone strong in the air as you start to come into the room. Like lightning has been going in here for who knows how long.
I yell out, "Hello?"
In a dry, raspy, crackly voice, you hear back, "Hello. I haven't spoken some time. You're no elf. What are you, little fleshling? Come in."
Don't mind if I do. 5, 10. Where's it coming from?
The whole room itself. It just seems to echo and boom in it.
15, 20. I am not an elf, that is correct. I am half human and half orc. From what I know.
It's been so long that just to talk to anyone, it's welcome in here, half orc. Please make yourself comfortable. You don't like those camel spiders, do you?
No.
No, we
They
just
get in
killed
here.
a couple.
They get in here half a year, and I just keep smoking them. And as you look around, you see that there's piles of different levels of disintegrated, burnt up piles of creature, you'd imagine. At this point, you notice that as the voice speaks, although it booms through the room, the lightning almost dances with the vocal rhythm.
Like a wave?
Yeah. It's a good way to put it.
Like a sound wave?
Yes.
Neat.
How long have you been down here?
That's a tricky question when you never see the sun. Well, I was made by the one who made this island, so how long's the island been here?
Blink,
Longer
blink.
than me.
Longer than you've been here, or longer than you what?
Longer than I've been around. Longer than I've been alive. I was born on this island.
Well, that's odd. Last time this door was open, the only things on this island were pointy-eared little fleshlings that called themselves elves. Elves? Elves.
That was some time ago, if I remember correctly, from them dust-bound books in there. I have to read them for the guard.
He says it's been really boring, so I can believe it. That would make sense.
Why are you locked down here all by yourself? It seems so lonely.
Well, I was made by the great Tempest to keep watch over the great crystal and help those that have to retrieve the crystals that are plucked out of the life stream by him to do so in times of trouble. I would guess that this is probably one of those times now. Usually it has something to do with unnatural occurrences on the island. Anything strange been happening?
I don't know about strange. Not that I know of.
If it hasn't yet, it will.
I looked to Marnie. Marnie, you're the bookworm here. What do you know, nerd?
Knowledge local, knowledge history.
I got knowledge history.
Knowledge arcana.
I think I have that too. Yep, I have arcana too.
Okay.
I have history, arcana, and planes.
Give me some rolls. I don't need planes.
So just 2 rolls?
Yep. Tell me which one you're doing first.
Knowledge, arcana first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 20.
20. There have been times of trouble on the island before. The southern volcano has minorly erupted. No one was injured, but it was terrifying to the island. But it wasn't anything unnatural. As far as you know, the history of the island that's been recorded by the castaways, which is about 120 years deep, has had no unnatural occurrences. I mean, they've discovered some creatures out here that were thought to be extinct or, ancient, like all of the megafauna, but they haven't found anything out of the ordinary, eyeballs floating around by themselves or anything like that.
I did get a familiar just recently.
You did.
Became a witch.
He says, the Great Tempest would have plucked you from the stream of life specifically for this task. He would have... Well, I don't want to bore you with details there. Basically, you will have to decide whether or not the Tempest will clear the island or you will. And if you decide to choose to clear the island, then you're going to take me with you. So I really hope you decide to choose to clear the island, because I've been in here a really long time. If you don't, I can understand, and I'm sure the door will close until he finds somebody else, or until all life is wiped from the island and he restarts. Really, the choice is yours.
I'm down.
Could be a season, could be 12 seasons, could be 1,000 years, who knows, but...
I'm all for getting you out of this room. I'd go stir crazy.
How would we take you with us?
Well, that is the catch. Right now, I'm able to keep myself between these 4 rods that are on the wall here, but as a creature of living lightning, sentient living lightning at that, I need something that'll hold a current. You'd have to bring something back like that to be able to take me with you. And I got to tell you, if you decide to take on what the Tempest offers, he rewards well his people. You will gain fame and reputation and money. I mean, already 150 gold being paid this. That's never been happened here before. I know, because I'm the one who, I know people like and creatures like money, so I figured if I sweetened the pot already, you'd see that I was sincere, the getting paid part. So don't worry, though. Your town will keep paying you, because I'll go ahead and keep, modifying the ledger as it needs to be where I need you to go.
How does lightning modify a ledger?
You don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Knowledge Arcana? That's what he says. You don't worry about that. Knowledge Arcana.
Her or me?
Anyone.
All right.
I don't have it.
And that's going to be 18.
Given enough time, you know that it's possible to create almost any spell. So if this is a spell-casting creature, and is casting in some way that's pattern-based, somatic and verbal, instead of material, he could potentially cast as many spells as he has modified that. Chad knows that, not you.
Mm-hmm.
Marnie specifically.
Mm-hmm. So we'll just clip that.
Oh. I see how you are. You mean I don't have to spend my entire summer cleaning up this cellar?
I just feel bad that you're stuck down here. I'm all for getting you out. Pa used to tell me all the time, being stuck in one room ain't no way for any human or creature to live.
Yeah, it gets real lonely and boring. I haven't seen the outside in a long time.
Well, what kind of item would we need to get? I mean, you mentioned one that can hold a current, but what kind of item would hold such a current?
Well, you could get one that'll either hold magical charges, and I can hit, sit in there as a magical charge, or you could get something that can hold my electrical charge.
Like a conduit?
I don't know what your people have.
Like a Tulsa coil?
Because the last time they held me in a metal jar that was surrounded in wood on the outside.
I have some
Get
tickets.
creative, figure something out.
My
Hold the charge.
sword is metal.
Wait,
Well,
Wait.
I'll electrocute the crap out of you.
I have an iron pot.
Same here.
So in Puddle's pack saddle here, I pull out an iron pot and I set it on the ground.
Okay.
I go, will that work?
Sure, but can you pick it up once I'm in it?
I don't know.
That's why they need the wood. Let's see here. See if I have anything. Well, we could wrap it in my bedroll.
He says
Look.
the great buildings up top. Well, you said the elves aren't here anymore. Do people still keep them? Are there still items that you can purchase up there?
Yes.
He says sometimes, going to your people and seeing what they have is the way to go.
So we just go up there and let them know that there's a giant electrical creature in the basement behind a door that no one in our lifetime has seen, and we need something to hold them in.
I can't tell you what to say, but when you leave, I'm shutting the door and only you guys can come back in. So.
All right, sounds good to me. Let's go tell some
So
people.
wait, I don't think that's the way we should say it.
You say it however you want. I'm going to keep changing the ledger to make you do my bidding anyhow.
So I think what would be more appropriate is if we say something like, I don't know, we need an item that'll hold a magical charge.
Or electricity. Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning.
But I'm sure, somewhere up in all that magic stuff, there's...
Won't they
an
be
item that
mad
can
that
hold
we
a
didn't
magic
finish
charge.
cleaning the basement?
We killed all the things. Isn't that what they said? Kill all the things.
No, we're sent down here to clean up. That's just the scariest part about being down here is them.
I know. How
You know
far
what? While
can
you
you
guys figure
zap?
this out, I'm gonna go put chairs back on tables.
How far away can you zap things and turn them into dust?
He says, about 120 feet, but it drains me if I do it too much.
Oh, well, I don't want to drain you, but dust is a lot easier to clean than carcasses.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not going to use it that way. It takes a long time for me to recharge.
Okay.
He says, you can call me Watts.
Ha! Fitting.
If you're walking out that door, I'm shutting it behind you.
Well, I gotta
know.
go get the thing so we can bring you back, but
I'll
I
know
think
you're
we're
out
gonna-
there.
look, we're gonna need to clean up this basement first, though, so we can get the money to buy the item to put you in.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Well,
means
If you're going
Unless
to
you
be
wanna-
down here by yourself, I'll just leave the door open and we can chat while you do it, huh?
Sounds good to me.
Been so lonely.
Or,
So
since
lonely.
since you're the one paying us to do the cleaning anyway, if you want to just somehow make it so we get an advance, then we could
mean-
go get the item to carry you out now and just clean the basement sometime later.
Diplomacy check.
Are the people that live in your town really stupid?
In my opinion, sometimes.
Because it would be easy for me to change the ledger and have them reread it, but otherwise it'd have to be new orders that I put in there.
Mr. Fraps, I don't like him, but I don't think he's stupid either. He's the fella that pretty much runs the building above you right now.
Oh, it's his building, is it?
No, I said he runs the building above you
No,
right now.
I run the building. Nobody
Okay.
else runs it. I know
Well,
who Frap
he-
is.
Okay. Have you ever met them?
Well, I wouldn't use the mean.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of starts mumbling, and you see that the waves kind of wave down a little bit. Anyway, you like money, right? I'll make sure the money keeps flowing for you. You'll get paid more than anybody else in the town. You'll be rich people.
I don't want to be rich. I just want to protect people.
Well, you can do that too. Your people will be in danger soon. I guarantee it, if they're not already.
You're pushy.
Well, I don't really talk to people
See?
often.
But yet we're gonna spend the afternoon cleaning this basement, and I come over here and start cutting up these stupid corpses.
Me too.
I start dragging corpses down there.
Okay. So you spend the rest of the day piling, dragging corpses.
And
Chopping
chatting
them
with
all.
Watts.
I'll take 2 perceptions.
From each of us.
Yes.
Ugh.
Ah.
So 10
and
and 17.
All right. Perception 1 is what?
10.
Bell?
16.
16. All right. And perception 2 is what?
17.
19.
Oh. So as you're chopping up this big, nasty camel spider, getting him out of the way, the big one, you chop into his thorax, and as you're chopping, Bell, you feel your axe or your sword hit something hard inside his thorax. What do? They're pretty squishy otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going in. I gotta see what that is.
Hands first.
Hell yeah.
Down in you go, ripping at thorax and carcass of dead creature.
Oh yeah.
It's been dead some time, so the slime that is its internal organ system isn't just like thick slime anymore. Now it's kind of like rancid and dried out slime.
Oh, wonderful.
So as you get into it, you made your second perception at what, 19?
Mm-hmm.
As you get into it, and the rest of the group is, I'd imagine, standing around you watching this because you were all working on it together. As you get into it, you see that you had struck it looks to be some kind of bracelet. As you pull it out, you see it's made of a strange metal, and it's got jewels upon it.
Hmm. This is a strange place to keep jewelry.
No?
I pull it out and I just kind of give her one of these like shake motions.
Mm-hmm.
And then I walk over. Kinda. Over to Marnie. You're one of them bizarre families. You know about shiny things. Here. I hand it to Marnie.
Do you have appraisal?
No, I kept track of the books with Dad.
Numbers guy.
Yeah,
Girl.
I didn't sell the stuff. That was my mom.
Does anyone have appraisal?
No.
You do notice that on this armband, the metal that it's made out of, there's what look to be minor chomp marks on it, as if it's been bitten by something before.
So I grab it back, and I walk over here. Hey, Watts, you know anything about shiny things? Or metal? You know about metal, right?
I know about metal. I know about whether or not I can get inside of it.
What are your views on this here shiny thing? I hold it up.
Yeah, I could jump into that. You ask me what kind of metal it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It's a metal that can hold a charge. I can feel it.
Okay, so hang on, let me double check. I am going to take, because I have a belt pouch.
Okay.
If I put this inside of my belt pouch, could you sit in this inside of my belt pouch without electrocuting me?
What's the pouch made out of?
Leather?
No, leather won't work. You're gonna find another solution. Think outside the box. You can figure something out, I'm sure.
Would a box work?
I don't have a box.
We have bookshelves,
Nice.
and they're kind of like a box, a bunch of boxes put together.
I think if we get our money, we can buy an item. Like he said, that stores a magical charge.
There's so much wood down here.
Yeah, but he can't be stored in wood. He said that.
We could put a pot in a box. It's a pot in a box. All right. Sorry, Zappy dude. We're gonna have to wait.
He says, yeah, just get out of the way of the door and I'll sit in here by myself.
I hear you, man. I'm sorry.
And as you get out of the way of the door,
The saddest
Swing
closing
shut.
squeak ever.
yeah, slowly. You even hear a little electrical snivel. 1, 2. As well as I can do it easily.
It's all crooked.
There. Still crooked. I just want to see you still. That's all I want. Just wish for us to still be friends.
They're gonna think we broke the door, Puddles.
Puddles immediately pounces around, frisky looking, as soon as you say his name.
Me? Did you say me? I'm here.
I'm here. Look at me. Look
So
at
what are
me.
you guys doing?
Well, I guess we're gonna be finishing cleaning the basement.
All right. So you clean out the basement, chop up bodies. It takes you the rest of the day, we'll say. Towards the evening, you're covered in giant camel spider goo and maggot goo and fly goo. And you've got a big old pile of insect body parts.
I'm assuming fire is not the best option here. As I previously stated, we are surrounded by wood. However,
You know, when that door was open, we should have shoved all the bodies in there, like hiding stuff under the rug.
what?
Then they could have come down and said, "Look how clean it is."
What did you do with the bodies? We ate them.
What are you going to do with the bodies?
I don't have a solution for this.
Hey, Watts! I knock on the door.
You knock on the door, cracks open. Are you already back? Can I come with
No.
you now?
Not yet. Can we store some dead stuff behind this door while we go to the store? It'll save us a bunch of time.
Of course, it sounds amazing to sit inside this hole with dead stuff. That sounds like it's just the best. Why don't you go ahead and just fill it with corpses?
That sounded like sarcasm.
What's sarcasm?
Sarcasm? Me? No, not me. I mean, just, I live here is all. And
But you
you're
won't.
going to
Not
pile
for
in,
long.
what, 15, 20, 40 corpses?
Not for long. We're gonna
Oh,
come back.
no,
and get you in
I'll
a
end
little
up
bit.
living here again. And who do you think's going to have to burn these corpses?
Okay.
It passes the
Well,
time, I guess, when no one's
how about
around.
this?
Fine.
We could come in there and burn the corpses in there, so it doesn't start the books on fire.
I don't mind burning. It doesn't affect me.
Bonfire! Who brought the s'mores?
Door creaks back open. I'm not going to mess with it.
That's
It's so
fine.
crooked.
Fine.
So you pile the corpses inside. You work late tonight, or do you go out at a reasonable hour?
But we'll get this done. At least I'll stay and get this done.
I stay in hope.
Okay.
I'm staying too.
So you all stay down here. After you assume it's probably been about an hour, maybe 2 hours since you were supposed to go back home, you hear the door open up and footfalls on the stairs from the other room come running down. You hear the captain, Lorath Xonotar's voice first. Alori? Alori! Are you down here?
Pa! I start running.
start running. As you come running up, you guys running with her?
I know. I'm not a fan of the captain.
Okay, you guys stay here. As you come running up, you see that your father is there, Captain Laurel Xonotar, and with him is Kellen Mab, Marnie's father, from the bazaar. He's dressed in light armor, and you see that he's got a bow slung across his back. You also see that John Buckhorn's there with his 2 weapons on his hips, in his full leather, or not leather. I'm sorry. What do you call it? Hide armor. All 3 of them, weapons at the ready. As he sees you, he runs up and gives you a hug. We thought the worst when you didn't return in time.
We were just trying to make sure everything's thoroughly clean. We're all okay. We killed all
Everyone's
the
fine?
things.
Oh, I told you guys, but all your worrying for nothing. You see the look on your dad's face, and you know that. You've seen it since you were a kid. He was worried.
Oh yeah.
They come down. They see what you're doing. As soon as they hit the edge, though, the door creaks closed by you guys.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to notice. So, what are you going to do with the bodies?
Get rid of them?
Take them to the kitchen, man. They'll cut them up. Here, we'll give you a hand. Let's carry these up there.
We already kind of cut them up.
She says, we see that. Do you have any baskets?
We have pots.
Well,
Pots.
cooking pots aren't going to carry many body parts. How did you plan on getting the corpse out of here in this place?
My plan was to kill the corpses. I didn't really think about getting them out.
Oh, you first years. All right, let's go get some baskets. Go to your houses. I'm sure your mothers have baskets, and we'll fill the bodies with them and take them to the inn where they'll cook them up, and people will be eating them for breakfast tomorrow.
Pa, there's
Head
some
on out.
really good maggots down here.
I know, I see them. They look great. Laura, you did good. Feeding the tribe's always something to be proud of. So your father's worked with you into the night, getting these bodies up and dropped off at the Sage's Wench Inn in Durian. In the wee hours of the morning, they buy you all a drink at the bar and belly up to a table. And as they sip a drink with their children who are finally becoming adults, the laughs start to roll and the evening starts to become one of those golden memories. You can feel that it will be as it's happening.
I want to go to Marnie's dad and ask him how much he knows about shiny jewelry.
He's like, I know a bit. What do you got?
And I show him the bracelet.
He's like, well, don't get me wrong. I'm a little drunk. You know, that
Best
Durian
time.
wine, it is strong. But if I'm not mistaken, this seems to be mithril. Whatever it is, it's damaged. Something bit it hard enough to damage the item. It's not masterwork. It looks just normally made, and that's strange for mithril. It does have some gems encased in it. Maybe like a rich kid's first try at making something out of mithril. I don't know. You want to know what it's worth?
Sure.
Well, let's see. In the bazaar, I'd lowball you, and I'd offer you $250, but you could up me up to $300. I'd say for it.
Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Mab.
I didn't give you a promise though.
No, I just meant for
I
the
didn't promise you
information.
300. Here, just have another cocktail with me, honey. Now your dad, how does he feel about gambling in town? I know it's not illegal, but does he? And the evening starts to roll. You turn into the wee hours of the morning with your mother's henpecking as you lay down in the pile. Warmth seeping in. Another day in the books. First day of your manhoods or womanhoods, as it may be. The morning dawns to the sound of a pitter-patter of rain on the roofs of your house. As you wake, you smell the wetness of the day already. Being that it's spring, you know that the rains will fall. You'll have days where it rains 2-3 days in a row, maybe. Nobody can predict the weather. I mean, that's preposterous. As you wake up, you look around and see that it is cast from side to side of the sky, and it will probably rain all. You're minorly hungover after drinking with the parents last night. As you wake, you're greeted to your normal routines in your houses. The breakfasts are served. Your brothers and sisters, if you have them, and you fight for. If you don't, you have a nice quiet breakfast with your parents as they say encouraging words. The morning goes off without a hitch, except for the rain outside. After all your breakfast and morning duties, what do you all want to do?
I can't stop thinking about Watts and how badly I want him to not be stuck in that room and how lonely he is. So I'm gonna head right over to the bazaar area and try and find Marnie.
Okay.
How do we
As you
get
head
paid?
out, Bryce, you see across the street Alori head out from her house with purpose down the road.
I'll follow her.
Okay. You've
We all
always
gotta
lived across the
probably go
street
to-
from each other.
Yeah, we probably got to go together to get paid anyway. So.
So you go catching up to her?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Marnie, you having
Yes.
breakfast
All
with your
right.
family? Like I said, you got a medium-sized family, so.
So, sun scorpion for breakfast.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice, thick paste. You've had it many, many times before. Grains mixed with the meats of whatever it is. A lot of times it's insect, but it's not abnormal to you.
Tastes like chicken.
Meatloaf
it's pretty good.
surprise!
Exactly. Keeps you alive, nutritious and delicious. As you finish up and your mother gives you a kiss on the cheek for the day and you step out the front of your house and look up and down the road, you see Bryce and Alori heading down the road with purpose towards you. The bazaar is just starting to open up and you hear the calls of the salesman heckling out and about. Come in, buy your potions. Potions for sale here. Bazaar row starts up for the day.
Hey, wait, my friends.
I tripped.
Still a
So
little off balance
excited.
from the night before.
I'm okay. Marnie!
What?
We need to get to the basement.
We need to get paid.
Let's do that. Where do we go?
All right. Well, we all have to go at once. Let's go to the flappy guy.
Fraps?
Yeah, that guy.
That just made my day that you, the book nerd, called him Flappy Guy. Let's go.
You gave me a weird look.
Because
I
he's
think
always
I forget
flapping his
that.
mouth. Yeah.
Probably.
Ask me a whole bunch of questions about my family.
So you head out the road or head up to the road and head in. You've been in this town your whole life, so you know how to get into the university area, call it, inside the Great Walls. As you walk in, you see that all manner of students are going to and from class as the early morning sun rises. Rainy and dreary, water falling from the sky. You walk up to the library, and by the time you get there, you are drenched. You get to the doors
Or
on
break
your
dance
hands
there.
and knees.
Rip.
Mhm.
I do have a parasol.
You pop it out for just such an
Yeah.
occasion?
Yeah.
You dry as a bone.
Yeah. I mean, I was using it in the basement just in case one of those flies wanted to spit at me.
It's true.
So I'm nice and dry.
So what are you going to do?
Let's head
Mr.
on into this
Fraps!
library.
You walk into the library. You see that it's quiet, as usual in the library. It's first thing in the morning, so the nerds, as Alori would put it, are just starting to get up and about, putting the books back where they go. As you walk in, you see at the head librarian's desk, Phineas Frapp look up and adjust his glasses. Is that? Oh, yes, come in to get paid.
Whoa!
Keeps
All right,
beckoning
come
you. Come.
Head on up. I'm gonna get me paid.
You walk up, squishing and squashing, squish, 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 as you do. As you approach, yes, you have completed your task. That was, what was that? 150 gold apiece, yes.
That's it.
See him pull out the pouches, sets 3 of them down. There you are. You can have them, they're yours. Are you dripping on my floor?
No.
This will not do.
I grab my pouch and head out.
Yep.
Whoa. Where do you think you're going, young man? You've already dripped on my floor. Stay here for your next assignment, as he fixes his glasses. Come back.
Nice.
Flips open the ledger. Starts flipping through it. First years, I'll tell you, first year's doing second year. Must be nice with your parents being influential people in town and all. Now,
My
It
next
sure is
task
nice having a nice, safe town that my dad guards and risks his life for every day.
oh, Sassmouth. That's what I was looking for this morning with my breakfast. Haven't even finished my coffee, and I've got a young one talking. I tell
Spice
you,
of
these
life.
days, you just get no respect anymore around Darien. It used to be that an elf, who was a respectable man, someone, a great, councilman at that, and he just starts in this tirade, just going off. He does so for about 5 minutes before he calms down and says, "Now," flips the book back open. "Where were we?" "Yes, your special duty." "Well, it says here that there were some ruins discovered to the west, that they're afraid in those ruins that there may be some kind of creature or band of creatures gathering to perhaps do harm to Darien or the citizens of Darien. To that end, they want people to explore it. This is a strange duty, for first years indeed. This is not usually given. I don't remember voting on this in the council. But it's in the ledger. I mean, it's in my own handwriting. It must have been me. Just getting old, I guess. Yet again, another payment. 250 upon completion of the next one. You are to explore this ruin and make sure that it is no danger to the town in return. It's 2 days due west of town. Yeah, you can't miss it, that says in the book. You'll be looking for the crumbled down walls of an ancient civilization's castle, it looks like. You would think 2 days to the west would have found it by now. Once again, it's in the ledger, so it must be true. Next time when you come to get paid, please do so if you're bone dry, like this young lady here. The respectful one. She's bone dry, has her parasol folded inside. Very nice girl.
Not
Okay,
all of us
thanks,
have
bye.
prestidigitation.
My mom sells these for $19.95.
She says, "Yes, I have one. Thank you very much. I know."
I was looking at the other two.
Oh.
Maybe Mr. Frapp can get one for his floor.
Oh, Phineas, he loves you so.
I just look at Marnie, suck up. And then
So-
I head out of the library and beckon them to follow me.
Out into the rain you go.
I stand under Marnie's parasol.
Share that thing.
All right.
So,
Did you hear Mr. Frapp sound all discombobulated about his ledger? $5 says that was Watts.
well, of course it was Watts.
We need to get him.
I know. We need to find a magic item that can hold a charge. So,
Well, Miss Prissy Pants, that's kind of your department with your family, isn't it?
Me? Well, right now, I'm kind of concerned on whether or not we could still bring our animals into the library, since we're done with the basement.
I'll just go in and get Watts. And bring him back out.
Yeah, but do we still have access to the basement?
Find access.
It's
do
common
we have to
knowledge.
sneak in?
It's common knowledge in town that the library basement, is accessible to everyone.
Oh, okay.
It's not like some secret hidden vault. It's just no one's ever been behind that door before that you know of in town. At least it's not been written about, or no one knows anyone who's done it.
Speaking of, where's Puddles this morning?
he's still in his pen, feeding, frolicking.
Okay, so Marnie, do you know of anything your
Yes.
family might have that can hold a charge?
Oh, Have you ever been to my parents' shop before?
There's a lot of things.
About that.
Well, let's go have a look, shall we?
Sounds good.
Follow me.
You head over to the bazaar. It's a rainy day, so the bazaar is slow. As soon as you walk by, hey there, kids, you looking to make a purchase? Looking to make a purchase today? Got some coin jingling? I see your purses are nice and fat over there.
I look at Marnie and I go, who do we want to talk to?
Your
This
dad
lady
and
over
mom.
here, and I take him to my mom.
Yeah. Say. You go over to your mother. Oh, hi, sweetie. What can we do for you?
Well, you know, me and my friends, we had to clear out the basement last night, or yesterday, and we get, well, let's just say there's something burning a hole in their pockets right now, and I just want you to show them what we have.
Well, I got the
What's
remedy for what ails
and
them.
where's who to buy from and who not to buy from.
Well, you buy from me, of course. I'm your mother.
Oh, wait.
You know, who not to buy from. I mean, all these guys work. If they get out of line, you just let Dad know. Anyway, first off, what are you in the market for? Are you selling or are you buying?
Both?
Little
All right,
Camel.
sweetie. Well, what do you got to sell then?
Hold out the jingly, shiny thing.
She looks it over. I'd lowball you at 250, but eventually I'd go all the way up to 300. Let's just go ahead and get you the 300. You're a friend of my daughter's, it looks like, and she doesn't have a lot of friends.
She's super smart.
Well, comes with the territory. You know, does a lot of reading because she doesn't have any friends.
Nerd.
That's not nice. You be nice to my girl. 280. That's all I can give you for this. Is 280.
I'll protect her the best I can.
300 it is then. She counts out the coin, holds out her hand for it. I'll take that mithril bracelet.
Awesome. Hand it to her.
Takes it, throws it in the stack of bizarre property
right.
back there. Now
Bryce,
for purchasing.
I want to pause
What
just
can
for
I
a
do?
second for outside of character discussion really quick. Nico and Pyro. The bracelet, like, 'cause we each have our individual gold from, like, cleaning the basement and stuff like that. But, like, the bracelet, I kind of consider that, even though I went hands first in to get it, like, group gold. How do you guys feel about me starting, like, a group fund for, like, things we find?
I figured we would be spending it to get the item for Watt.
That's kind of what I figured, too. But if there's anything left over or anything like that.
I'm not worried about what's left over because I actually expect to be using some of ours too.
Okay.
I don't know how much it's going to be to get a magic item that'll hold a charge, but
I gotcha.
If there's any change left over, Belle, you can have it. You're the one that dug it out. It's yours.
Okay.
You sold it.
to be honest, you probably have the most expensive equipment.
This is true.
Since you got to buy the heavy armor and the heavy weapons.
Yeah.
Just for clarification, group fund would be used for like what? Boat fare,
Just
renting
Nights at the
rooms
anything,
at the
inn.
inn.
anything that helps the group in general.
Gotcha.
I mean, we usually all pull together to get someone equipment and armor anyway, though. So.
I usually like keep a separate pouch anyway for group money. Like, I don't know, if I pick something off a body and we didn't have time to split it, that kind of stuff. And then when it comes to buying something, if somebody needs it, it's there.
Yeah. Well, and I'll even pitch in if somebody finds something that's amazing they need.
Yeah.
Teamwork. Okay. Anyway, back to buying.
Yes.
Mrs. Mab,
Mm-hmm.
this is probably more your daughter's specialty, because I mostly just hit things. But do you have anything that can hold a electrical charge? Or magical charge? Or a thing that holds a thing?
Electrical charge. Wait, what are you talking about?
Magical charge. Do you have anything that can hold a magical charge?
She wants to see the expensive stuff.
I mean, how much money do you have, sweetheart? What are we talking here?
Some.
Let's say we had 300.
It doesn't need to be fancy.
$300 for magic? I don't know about
$350?
that.
Mrs. Mab, what's the cheapest thing you have? I'm begging ya.
To hold a magical charge?
Yeah.
Like a spell charge?
I just look at Marnie and at Bryce because I have no idea because I just
That's
carry
the way
it.
I
Well,
understood
if you're making a magic item, masterwork items can hold magic charges. You just have to make them magical. I know that much because I sell stuff. Are you
How
looking
much
for a
for one of
masterwork
those?
item then?
Again, I look at Marnie and Bryce because I have no idea about any of this stuff. I'm probably the wrong person to ask about this.
So, I'm not actually sure. He wasn't that specific.
Better yet, do you have anything that if I got hit by lightning, it wouldn't zap me?
If you got hit by lightning, it wouldn't zap you.
Yeah, it wouldn't electrocute me, fry me, scorn me, turn me into torch food.
For $300?
Yeah.
No.
Nothing?
So,
Nothing that'd help you there. No, not that I can see.
let's say I caught some lightning and I wanted to wrap it in something.
That's a strange question, son.
Do you have any glass bottles?
Yeah, we
There
got
we
glass
go.
bottles.
How
Could
much
we
for a
put-
glass
Oh, you
bottle?
sold the bracelet.
Glass bottle is well. Do you want a vial or a bottle?
Biggest glass container you have.
Bottle. 5 silver a bottle.
I'll take one.
All right. Absolutely. She puts it up there.
Fill it with copper.
I wish I had something that would fill your. I mean, I'd love to make $300, but I just don't have it, and I don't want to rip you off.
We appreciate you, Mrs. Mab.
Okay.
Now,
Well,
do
thank
you know anything about metal, Mrs. Mab?
A little bit, Why? What are you looking for? Something made out of a specific metal? Something special?
What kind of metal could electricity go through the easiest?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a science brain, sweetie. Most metals, though, electricity will go through. Just pick one, I'd say.
Do you have anything that'll fit in this bottle? That's
She looks at
metal?
it, she goes, nails.
Sweet. Do you have any
Nails.
nails?
Yeah. It's copper per 3.
I'll take 3.
All right. There's 3.
Are the nails
Copper?
bigger than the coppers?
Are the what?
They're probably decent sized nails, hey.
The nails? Yeah, they're like spikes about as long as a man's pinky, but, thinner considerably.
I was just wondering
Probably
if I could fill it
2.5
quicker
inches
with the
long.
copper coins themselves.
The copper coins won't fit in the mouth of the bottle. The nails
Okay.
will because they're thin.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Thank you, Miss Mab. Bye.
Just 3? That's all? Okay. Pleasure doing business with you, sweetheart. You just go running off.
I'm a kid.
What are you two doing?
Following, I guess. Bye.
Running through the rain.
Back into the
Lightning.
library.
Lightning flashes and thunder crashes as you run. And you jump a little bit as the storm rages overhead.
Back into the library. All soaking wet because it brings me joy.
You come running up to the library doors. You fling them open?
Yep.
Fling them open and full bore you go inside. Everyone looks up from what they're doing. You see Phineas Frapp look over and fix his glasses and puts a finger to the lips to you as you come in. Lightning crashing in the background.
I come in behind and nonchalantly shut both the doors and hold them shut and then walk away.
He gets
Towards
up
the
from his
basement.
desk and comes over, beckoning you not to come over. You are dripping wet. What do you want?
It's
I-
wet
I'll
and I
wait
was
here.
cold.
So my carpet has to suffer for that? I have to smell wet dog smell all day because of this?
Do you say I smell like a dog?
Well, I mean, not you, but the carpet will once you get it all soaking.
Why would the carpet smell bad?
It's old.
Wouldn't the water
do you
clean
want?
it? I think I left something in the basement.
Well then, come in here when you're dry and retrieve it, young lady.
But I'm already in here. Can I just go really quick and then I'll leave and I won't come in wet ever again, I promise.
Marnie, are you in there with her?
Oh, yeah.
He looks all of you up and down. He goes, she can go and get it, pointing to Marnie. She's dry. Has the sense to carry something above her head, not to get rain on it. See, the theory is, if it's above your head, water can't go through it.
Yeah, because I forgot water melts people.
Yep.
More sass mouth. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always looking for it.
At least I can get wet and not cry about it.
Well, if you were crying, no one would see it anyway because you're wet.
You're wasting my valuable time.
Sorry.
Send your friend downstairs to get what you need.
Okay.
If it was still school years, oh, the rapping your knuckles would get. Marnie, you run on downstairs?
Yeah, well, first I go, hand it over.
Oh. I'd already put the nails in the bottle, so I just hand him the bottle. Try to
Okay.
be discreet about it, though, so Mr. Fraps doesn't get curious.
Okay.
He sees the whole thing.
Yeah.
Unless you've got, like, sleight of hand. He's standing there watching you.
Nope, no sleight of hand.
All right. He watches you exchange a bottle with your friend. Doesn't see any liquids in it. He says, hurry, hurry now. I have
Put it in
things to
my
do.
backpack.
Instead of watch young children that are wet standing in my doorways.
Yeah, I go down to the basement, go to the door.
You go down to the basement. As you approach the door, it cracks and peeks open. You hear a familiar, dry, crackly voice say, did you bring it? You had something to get me out of here?
And I hold the bottle with the nails outstretched through the crack through the door, and I'm like, will this work?
As the electricity keeps itself going between the things on the wall, you see that it streaks from the top right prong out and into the bottle and starts to go between the three nails in the bottom of the bottle, standing them up almost as posts and much smaller existing. You hear the voice come out of the bottle. Yeah, this will do just fine.
All right.
He says, don't let it break, though. That could be problems.
Yep. Might have to cork you to get you back out. I gotta put you in my backpack too.
Well, you do what you gotta do.
Hold your
man.
breath for like 2 minutes.
I don't breathe.
You don't breathe? Okay. I take
Don't
one of my
have that
candles, stick it in there.
Okay.
Don't light it. I'm just using it.
I get you just to cork it.
Yeah, just to cork it.
You cork it off.
All right.
Put it in your backpack.
Put it in my backpack. Head on out.
You head up. You see Marnie come up out of the basement, walking across the library. Pretty proud look on her face. Phineas Frapp looks over. Good. Now you and your friends can go out. Sense
Thanks,
to stay
Mr.
out of the rain.
Fraps. Bye.
Yep. Don't stare at the rain as it falls out of the sky there, young. Drown that way. Mouths open, slack jawed.
As I exit, I open up my parasol.
All right. You walk out into the rainy, soaking day, knowing that to the west you must head, looking out at a stormy front for the day. And that is where we will have to leave it for tonight. Fortunately, it was a great session. I had a lot of fun, and thank you for joining us tonight on this session of Slicers and Dicers.
Maybe you learned something about conductivity. Woo!
Woo, science too.
How's an electrical creature in a jar?
Bye,
We'll
guys.
see you next time. Bye.
Bye.